Alrighty, good morning everyone. How's everyone doing today? Welcome to the PreStream podcast for Friday, May 27, 2022. I hope you're all doing well, and I welcome you to the weekend in full force. You may hear something in the background and be like, what is that loud atmospheric noise? I have my air conditioner on full fan. I announced this yesterday that as of a couple days ago, I installed my AC into my office because it actually gotten really hot a couple days ago, unbearably hot to the point where it was 90 plus degrees in my office. Now, today it's not. Today it's actually cool. Problem being, because I installed my air conditioner, I can't open my window anymore. So the only way to get air circulation in here is to have the fan on high, which I have right now. So I'll have it on for now. I actually have the ability, if I really need to also turn on my other fan, which is still in here. That's the fan that I used all through the fall and winter and early spring months. So if I really need extra air circulation, I guess I could pump that fan there too. But likely what will happen is it'll be nice and stuffy in here, and I'll have to turn on the AC at some point. But anyway, the only reason I'm bringing this up is now, in the next few days, you may distinctly start noticing, oh, what's that? It's the atmospheric sound in the background of the air conditioner constantly just kind of being on. All right. I don't have a window air conditioner. I don't have central air. I have a freestanding portable air conditioner. It's the only way I can get one in any of the windows of my home, because my home does not have typical up and down closing windows. It has side sliders. That's the design of the homes out here. It's the only way I can actually get an air conditioner to even work in my house. Okay, so should not be too big of a deal, but just a heads up for those who are wondering what that sound might be. Like I said, welcome to the weekend. Today's Friday. Friday is one of my favorite days of the week because we get to play Street Fighter on Friday nights with Friday Night Fights, and this week is no exception. In fact, this is the final countdown for the Street Fighter 30th Anniversary Collection, which we're only playing about 4 more times. It is 4 more times, including today. Yeah. I swear to God, every time that I think I know what I'm talking about, I second guess myself. We're playing it. Yeah, it is 4 more times. The 27th, the 3rd. No, not the 10th. Because the 10th is a double new release day. So probably the 11th or 12th instead. And then either the 17th, 18th, or 19th. Yeah, because we might have to bump a few days. Because on the 10th, it's a double new release day. That's the big release day for June right now. It's Mario Strikers and The Quarry. So since that's a double new release day, unless, well, see, things in June are going to get a little bit busy. And here's why. Not only are there new releases, finally, after having no high-profile new releases for the entire last month, but as we're going to talk about as part of the major news of the podcast today, all of the digital events are now scheduled to happen between June 2nd and June 12th. There's one on June 2nd, one on June 9th, one on June 11th, and 2 on June 12th. Okay? Now you might say, well, what digital events? What are you talking about? Digital events as in what would have been E3, but E3 does not exist anymore. So it's kind of the online digital replacement for the E3 events that normally would happen. And that's the reason why it's so spread out. Where normally we would have this one hyper-focused kind of weekend where it would be like, usually like Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, you'd have all the major press conferences, and then around that you'd have other E3 things going on. There's no centralized event this year. So what we have is a series of separate press conferences, including PlayStation State of Play, Summer Games Fest, Future Game Show, Xbox and Bethesda Game Showcase, and then a PC gaming show. So that being said, we'll talk about that. That's actually one of the major focuses of this pre-stream. And I guess what we really need to figure out is based on the dates and the times that these events are happening, okay? Is this something that you guys want to see me cover live? Is this something that you guys want to see me do as I used to do, which was essentially we watch it together, and then afterwards I immediately go live to give you my reactions and recap of what just happened? I'm on the fence. Some people have said they want me to actually live broadcast these events, and do a live react to them. However, I don't really see the benefit in that, but we will talk about that in a moment. It's actually one of the major focuses of this pre-stream, to kind of hash this out. How should I cover these upcoming digital events? Okay. And I'm hoping to get feedback from you guys. All right. So for the 200 of you and more that are joining by the moment here, please be ready, because I'm going to be asking for your feedback on how to cover these events coming up. It's pretty important, okay, to get your feedback. Fair enough? Okay. So there you go. And I'm excited, obviously, that all that's coming up. And so with the Street Fighter stuff, we do it every Friday, but incidentally, we may have a Friday where we can't do it on the 10th because it's a double new release day, but also having the new releases around that time, I'm not sure exactly when we'll do it. I still think there's going to be 4 more sessions of Street Fighter, okay? This week on Friday, next week on Friday are kind of a lock. It's really the week kind of after that where it starts to get sketchy about when I'm going to do it, okay? But I'm definitely going to be playing Street Fighter about 3-4 more times, the 30th anniversary collection, that is. And then the new collection comes out in late June, and that's when we'll be replacing the current game. Thank God, you know. No, I don't have a cold. I have allergies. I only have said this like every day for the last 2 months. But every day someone comes on the stream, Phil, you have a cold? You're sniffing a lot. You're sniffing. I have allergies. I take allergy meds every morning when I wake up, and it takes a little bit for them to kick in, and then I feel better. But right now, I've had bad allergies for like 3 weeks, basically. So, okay. So, let's talk, everyone. First of all, let's just briefly go through the schedule for the next several days, because now we kind of know what I'm doing, because sadly, after yesterday's Sniper Elite 5 failure, I mean, that game really is not very interesting to me, but we'll talk about that in a second. We kind of know what the schedule will be moving forward, for this week at least, and I'd like to get that out there so people know exactly what to expect, and go from there. All right, so today, major stream is Skyrim Anniversary Edition, and I'm happy that we're doing this because I need a nice relaxing stream, quite frankly. I've been kind of stressed recently with stuff going on behind the scenes and the like, and this will be a good opportunity for us to just kind of sit down and enjoy a game together and interact and relax. The Skyrim streams are always chill fun, and I'm very happy that we're doing it today so I can kind of unwind a little bit with you guys and just have a good one, right? So I'm excited for that today, for sure. What will we be doing in Skyrim really doesn't matter at this point. There's still tons of open world stuff to do we haven't done yet. Dungeons, forts, things to explore, a little bit of side missions that we didn't finish up yet that we could try to finish up before we head into the political plot line of the game, which is the Stormcloaks versus the Imperials. I'm being told in my first run I sided with the Imperials. I don't remember that at all, so I don't actually remember what that entails. So a couple people have actually been pushing for me to do the Stormcloaks, which I'm okay with if you guys want that. I guess we'll see today, again, if that's what we end up doing. If not, that's personally fine as well. As long as we're just having a chill time, I'm cool with it. All right. So, that's the first stream of gameplay for today. Later tonight, the late stream is Friday Night Fights, old school Street Fighter fun at 6:45 p.m. Pacific time, where we will jump in and try to do some fun stuff with the last few weeks of playing it, okay? Cool. Now, tomorrow, it's WWE 2K22, continuing on the first stream. At this point, I kind of feel like we're on the home stretch of being on SmackDown. I have won the title, the Universal title on the show, and I'm in a plot line where I'm trying to defend it, and then I believe if I do a few more plot lines, then I can flip back to being a heel, which is the villain-style character. I think there's a few more plot lines there, and then we could switch over to Monday Night Raw, which is the third and final show to play in this My Rise career mode. So, I'm sure those who are fans of WWE and the playthrough will be joining us tomorrow for that. And then tomorrow night, we're doing something a little different. Tomorrow night, Saturday night, we're checking out a new game that technically released today, but I didn't want to screw up the schedule with Friday Night Fights. So we're doing it tomorrow. It is called Pac-Man Museum Plus. Excuse me, stupid allergies. Pac-Man Museum Plus is a game that's basically a trip down memory lane. The history of Pac-Man since his very, very basic origins as an arcade game in the 1980s, going through all the different iterations of the Pac-Man franchise, all the way into console gaming in the 90s, when the games basically became drastically different from anything from his origins. And I guess what this is supposed to do is add in a series of like mini games and other tweaks and things to Pac-Man. So it's like kind of a complete package, a complete history lesson. The good news is it is free on Game Pass. And that's why I'm going to check it out. We're going to do it as a one-off stream tomorrow night and see if it's any good. If it ends up being entertaining and fun and something that has more content that we want to explore at a future date, we can put it into the late night schedule for a bit. But if not, then we can drop it, and that's fine. Just like we did yesterday with Sniper Elite 5, which I'll talk about in a moment, what happened with that. There's no commitment to playing it long term. And that's what I like about Game Pass. It's opening my eyes and allowing me to try stuff that's not a money investment. And that's an excellent thing. So that's tomorrow night. And then on Sunday, it's going to be more Skyrim paired with Uncharted 2 on the late stream. Okay? And then on Monday, it's going to be more WWE paired with either more of the Pac-Man collection or Zelda Link to the Past, depending on if we like depending on if we like Pac-Man on Saturday night. All right? And that's the streaming week. I'm off on Tuesday. Next week will be an interesting week because not only will we be continuing on with the playthroughs, but then next week is the big event. As I told you guys, next week on Saturday, so a week from tomorrow, June 4th, it will be the big next DSP Reacts event, which is DSP Reacts to the John Rambo and Howard expose, which is what you guys voted for in droves. That's what you wanted me to react to, so that's what we're doing. I basically have everything ready for this at this point. It's going to have high production value for a change. I know I don't really have great production values when it comes to content because I just don't have the skill or expertise, but thanks to the help of a fan, this is going to be pretty high quality. Let's put it that way. That day, we're going to be doing a marathon-style stream where not only will we be ordering food for Feasting with the King, but then we're going to be reacting to that video, and then Feasting with the King, and then more reacting until it's basically done. As long as we can finish it up, all right? But we'll see. Maybe if I can't finish it up and we need more time, I could actually do it the next day too, all right? This video is over. With all the context added in, it's 2 hours long. So I have to react to a 2-hour-long video. When I did that with Wings of Redemption, it took 5 hours. You see? So we'll see how it goes. I have to update Nightbot. Did I not update Nightbot's schedule? Maybe I forgot to do that last night. I did. All right, let's fix that. Today's the 27th, correct? Yes.